we're very lucky today to have a world-renowned self-defense instructor, founder of Khillah system, more than a decade of combat experience, and a member of the Golani unit. If you're not familiar with his work, I'm going to ask my brother to introduce himself and a little bit about his background and why he's such an expert on self-defense. Brother, thank you for joining us today.
My pleasure. Thank you for welcoming me. I'll give you a little bit short about myself. First of all, I like to say I'm only a human being like the rest of us. I'm not a superhero. I serve my country, Israel, in Golani unit. I serve in one war in Lebanon, and then Gaza, Hebron. I be LMG guy. Done a lot of things, catch a lot of terrorists, done a lot of ambush, a lot of other mission. After my army, I joined to security forces in Israel, done a lot of different tasks, including close protection. Then I work around the world, done a lot of intelligence work, security work, and then I arrived to South Africa. And this is basically where my journey of self-defense start to kick in by grace of God. And yeah, basically, short, this is who I am.
Awesome. Well, you have a wealth of experience. The main thing I wanted you to address today, we have a little bit of a problem in the United States. Our police officers are set up for failure. We don't have any type of mandated requirement for ongoing defensive tactics training. They get about 70 to 80 hours during the 18-week police academy, and that's it. Very little throughout the year. How important is ongoing training for police officers in self-defense?
Okay, it's not a secret, the criminals, the crimes, if it's in the USA or all over the world, you know, I'm privileged to train a lot of law enforcement around the world. And the crime is increased because for two reasons. One is unfortunately the law, the let's say the government support is become more or less for the police officer. It's a lot of more politically correct approach towards the criminal, and we need to understand, and we need X, Y, Z. This is one of the problem. Second problem is the technology. The technology become almost our enemy. Today, everything is a taser, and if you press this is do for you, and if you do that, this is do for you. And when all this fail, you know, the taser fail, and the pepper spray fail, and the special torch fail, then the officer basically can't do much. We always see 4 or 5 officers on one person, and it's not like it's not their fault, because the training, like you say, for law enforcement, and this is not only in USA, my brother. I can tell you, this is a problem on an international level. They don't. I don't know. It's like for self-defense, for law enforcement in the training program. It's like something just to, you know, just do it. Just cover some few hours. You know, it's not priority. It's not like something so important. You know, so I hear you and understand what's going on there, because I can see the level of training. It's quite disappointing. A lot of opinions, a lot of people can have nice presentation of PowerPoint and all these things, but when the shit hits the fan, in reality, all this theory is into the garbage.
Yeah. Absolutely. Now, I understand your level. You were such an elite unit with the Golani, and not the same as a street police officer. But how often were you training in defensive tactics when you were active? Was that part of a daily, weekly routine?
No, definitely, because let's say, in my time in Golani, we used to do a lot of arrests, a lot of terrorists, to arrest a lot of terrorists in a high-risk zone. So definitely the hand-to-hand combat be important. But I can tell you, my brother, also the hand-to-hand combat in the Israeli combat units and special forces, it's not so great. You know, it's quite very sad. We also have a problem there. You know, the world always related Israel to Krav Maga. You know, oh, Krav Maga, it's so effective. Oh, Krav Maga, it's so, and it's far away from that. You know, and the only luck we have, because you know, when we come to catch a terrorist, okay, we try to keep the element of surprise for us. So we get intelligence, and we're going into his village or into his house when you not accept it, you know, boom into the house, give a shock, you know, you don't know what's going on, okay, cover his face, hands behind the back, before even you know, into the cars and disappeared, you know. But I can tell you, if the shit hits the fan, okay, and these guys start to resist, and the village start to the village start to understand something happened and more people come. Also us as the Israelis struggling with the hand-to-hand combat, we have a big role in like you suffering, also Israeli suffering. Many Israelis, member of special forces, approach me because of that. Many elite units, you know, they approach me, say, Dad, we 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 want what you preach. We want what, because it's quite a issue. I don't know, self-defense is missing in the law enforcement, even if it's a police or militant. You know, it's like almost like I don't know how to call this. It's like you know, it's look good in the training. You know, it's look good in the inside the studio, and it's not relevant to reality.
Well, unfortunately, what we're seeing right now, Brother Idan, is the officers are so incompetent with their hands and hand-to-hand combat that they have to resort to deadly force. They have no other option. They don't know what else to do. Taser fails, pepper spray fails, only one more option for them. And that's why there's a lot of friction and bad reputation for law enforcement. And we're setting them up for failure because we're not providing enough training. And if we do provide training, there's a mentality with law enforcement. They don't want to train unless they're going to get paid for it. They don't take any responsibility for themselves to do better. So it's very sad. You brought up an important point that I wanted to cover. Can you explain to us a little bit the difference between Khillah system and Krav Maga? Is there a big philosophical difference?
Absolutely. Look, my journey in Krav Maga started already in the military and in the security forces. People know me in Israel as the rebel, the guy I used to be disappointed in our Krav Maga session in the military. I used to resist the instructor, and then the instructor used to be upset with me, and the officer used to chase me up and down, and Idan, don't ask questions and don't resist, and you know, and then I realized, you know, I keep my mouth shut, because if I got to get punished every day, I will not qualify, you know. And you know, then I finished the army, then I go to the security forces, and in the security forces, you also do courses, you know, specifically the top one, and I thought it's got to be better, completely the same jokes almost. And I always, in my heart, I say, no, it must to be something. It must to be something. It's not. And I go to South Africa, and I'm very much believe in God. What God done to me in my life and in my army time, I'm only in life because of Him. And I ask God, I say, I want something. And really, God opened my eyes, and I decide to basically dive to the reality, my brother. You know, dive to the reality. I literally, you know, go into knife defense with real knife on my body. I used to finish in hospital every second week. You can ask my wife. Loaded gun in my, you know, to see how far Krav Maga is from reality. And I can tell you, it's not even not close to reality. You know, Khillah basically, it's what I like about Khillah. It's a system really based on reality scenarios. It's not based on instructor tell me, okay, you must do this gun defense. Okay, The problem in self-defense is the following. People say, okay, I be in the special forces, I be in the Navy SEAL, I be in SWAT, I be in, I don't know what. Okay, all the respect to you. But somebody stab you in your service? No, somebody put gun in your head. So everything you teach is from your imagination. So when I start Khillah, my brother, I can tell you, people can vote for me. People used to call me crazy. I used to go shooting range, loaded gun, loaded rifle, police come after me, they want to arrest me, no problem, arrest me, no problem, I will continue. So I take this to the extreme. I actually have a video of these things, and this is how Khillah start to build. Khillah start to find the results, not for people opinion, for the reality. For the reality. I used to go to jails, talk to criminals, how you attack, why you attack like that, what you will do if somebody try to manipulate your wrist, all the wrist lock and all these things,
Right.
under resistance is not working,
Out the window.
You talk with a guy, said to you, listen, if I'm attack a criminal, you say, if I decide to attack somebody with the knife, okay, because in South Africa, policemen suffering a lot from gangs because we have a very dangerous gangs here. They're attacking only police. They're killing police and they take the weapons. This is the main activities. And the guy said to me, he said, before I'm going to attack policemen, I got to take a lot of cocaine and drugs. Okay, when he starts to resist me, I don't even feel him. I don't even feel him. I don't feel the pain,
Right.
And this is exactly what Khillah is basically literally learning the reality, no stop to learn the reality, and to bring much more effective, perfect, not exist. We are not perfect, okay? No. But more effective, more realistic approach to the law enforcement and to the civilians. That's all.
Awesome. If people wanted to learn more about Khillah, how can they find it on the internet?
Khillah, they can find the website khillahcombat.co.za. They can follow my Facebook, Idan Abolnik, or YouTube, Khillah Self-Defense. I post videos like crazy. I'm very loud about my opinion about self-defense. I'm not shy to say what I believe. I don't shy to prove, okay, what I believe so. I'm traveling over 25 countries. This year, I even need to be in Miami and Chicago, but because of the coronavirus,
right,
little bit, we suspended the course. But I can tell you, I have the honor to train Brazilian law enforcement, Israeli special forces, German, Greek, Romanian, Italian, Spanish, and the result is really amazing.
Beautiful. Hopefully when this is all over, we could have you here in Michigan.
It's going to be my honor, definitely.
Thank you. Last question, and I'll let you go. How often do you currently train, and how often do you recommend a police officer train in self-defense?
Okay, this is a good question. I train every day, literally. If I'm, okay, practically, I will try to train 3 to 4 times a week, okay? The 2 days I have off, always search CCTV footage, always start to analyze situation. Look, law enforcement need to train, in my opinion, on daily basis. People going to the shooting range and concentrate on the nice grouping and check my grouping and check my my tactical cool gears and all these things. Listen, I said that to the law enforcement. When somebody come to you, okay, you can have your gun, your rifle, your whatever you want, your assault. What if attacker come to you and you know that by distance of 2-3 meters and he go on psycho mode and he pull a knife and he run towards you like a bullet, whatever you have, condition one up, condition one, it's canceled. If you don't have a good skill of end-to-end combat and you don't know, if you don't have the right mindset, the mentality, if you not understand when you go to defense, okay, as a law enforcement, if you think in one, if you're just thinking to reach your gun or to pull your rifle up, you're already a fruit salad. You will be gone. Okay, so to be able to survive knife defense, it's first of all by grace of God and trained on daily basis. And unfortunately, law enforcement become, not all, but law enforcement become softies. Oh, I don't want to be hurt. Oh, I don't want to be. If you not get hurt in your training, it's like I always explain to law enforcement to say, it's like, people ask you, I want to learn punch defense. So my first reaction is say, you want to learn how to do defense against punch? You say, yes. Okay, so for the next 10 lesson, you got to learn how to get the punch. No, but I don't want the pain. I want only, I say, no such a things to defense against punch and not to get the punch. You
True.
need, okay, the same is the knife. If you have this illusion to train to defense against knife, and you have this illusion not to get cut or not to get stabbed, you are living in a pink world.
Fantasy.
The question to minimize the injuries, not to have a casualty, death. And it's take much more from a punch or a kick, punch or wrist lock. It's a lot of mindset of to find the control of the arms of the attacker, how to get the control of these arms. Okay, what is control? Control is basically when the attacker cannot anymore use this weapon anymore. And I don't say he cannot resist you. He can punch you maybe. He can tackle you to the floor. This is okay. If he cannot pull the knife out, the rest you can deal. You can deal with, okay? The rest you can deal because you have the adrenaline and you have your brother in a team can help you. But if he managed to take the knife out, that's it.
True. True. Well, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
Brother, thank you so much for taking your time to share this wisdom with our new cadets and our new police officers. I'm going to include all the information for your social media. And again, it's Idan Abolnik. You
Yes.
guys look him up, YouTube, Facebook. We're going to put all the links in here. And brother, it's been an honor. Thank you so much. And hopefully we'll have you in Michigan when this is all over.
Yes, you are, man.
Thank you, brothers. Shalom. Stay safe.
Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.